Hi, people. Yasmin here. And it's November 26th, and it is about 5:30 in the afternoon. And I am here to tell you a few things. First, I have a book sale going on right now. You can find the links on my site and the links in the about the video below. Several of my books are on sale for 99 cents each, the ebooks. And that's in the US. Conversion rates may apply. But yeah, the next few days, next couple of days, you'll have a chance to stock up your Kindle still, or stock up your Nook. So go over and check it out if you are missing some of my new books. Now, I wanted to talk a bit about Witches Wild. It is on track, and it is intense. I cannot tell you how much I love this book, and how surprised I was by some of the events that happened, including the backstory that came out about Fata Morgana and Maddie. I was not expecting that. You will see what I'm talking about when you read it. If you have not read the other books in the series, time to catch up, folks, because you're not going to want to miss this one. When Fata Morgana came in, it was like welcoming in a goddess, a scary goddess. And so, next year, I am planning 5 to 6 releases. I haven't decided yet. I have to go through my schedule again and see what's going to be feasible. It's looking like I will have Harvest Song, the 20th Otherworld book, and I will have at least 2 more Maddie books, and possibly it'll be either 2 or possibly 3 Wild Hunt books. And I am excited about starting that series. That's the next book I write, is the first one in that series, The Silver Stag. It is darker urban fantasy. As far as romance and sex goes, probably going to be some of that in there. I don't seem to be able to write a book without at least some of that, because, you know, romance is good, sex is good, urban fantasy is good, action is good. Put them all together and man, I'm a happy camper. So I will be starting that book in a week or 2. Actually, I'm going to take a week off as soon as I get Witches Wild on my editor's desk this week, because I desperately need some downtime and I want to enjoy the holidays for once. When I was in trad publishing 20 years, almost every December I was working my ass off and didn't have time to do much celebration. This year is different. I'm calling the shots. It's going to be different. So next year, yeah, 5 to 6 releases. And you will notice that the release dates sometimes are a little bit off. I may get a book out sooner. I may get a book out a few days later. It's just the way the process works, unless I put it on pre-order. And that I'm cautious about doing, and for several reasons, which I don't want to get into in this video. It has to do with ranking on Amazon, and it has to do with making sure that the book is ready, or you lose your pre-order privileges, and important things as an indie author. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, you'll notice that some days, some books come out a few days early, some books come out a few days late, and now and then I end up putting a book on hold, or a novella on hold, more likely. And there are always reasons for that. Now that I'm indie, I can do that if I need to, rather than having to write something which I just am not prepared to write, or I'm sick and I don't have, the energy to write, or, there are a dozen different reasons. But for the most part, I'm trying to get the books out to you when I say I will. And print will always be a few days to a week or so after the ebooks come out. And there's reasons for that too. Excuse me. So, I have been asked several times if I'm going to write an Otherworld spin-off after I finish Otherworld and get it out. No. I won't say never, but don't get your hopes up, because as much as I love Otherworld and as much as I love the sisters, I don't want to write the same thing over and over and over again. I've got all these other worlds in my head that want out, all these other characters who I want to explore, and it's not like being married to the same person for year after year. It's more like eating the same thing over and over every single day. That gets really old really fast. And I can tell you, because of my food allergies and histamine intolerance, I have a very limited diet. I don't want a limited diet on my keyboard. But, having said that, as far as Maddie goes, Bewitching Bedlam, I'm planning at least 8 full books, and if sales support it, I would be happy to write a few more in that series after that. This is not including the novellas. And as far as The Wild Hunt, I'm planning at least 6 books, and we'll see how reception goes for that. And then there is Fury Unbound. I'm hoping in 2019 to be able to write at least 1, maybe 2 more books in that series. I have some ideas to take the second series arc of Fury forward, but that's going to have to wait for a year or so. I can only write so many books. I mean, I'm fast, I'm prolific, but yeah. I've put a few novellas on hold this year, and I've had to, just because I needed a break. I'll get them out as soon as I can. I'm still planning on Night Magic. I'm still planning on putting out Silent Night, and I've got another Maddie novella that I want to write. And hello, Apple. Is Mr. Apple. Mr. Apple has very important business to talk over with me, apparently, and that involves many pets and hugs and scritches and say hi to the people, Mr. Apple. He's like, Mom, quit embarrassing me. Mr. Apple was trying to help me wrap gifts the other day. You should have seen how wide his eyes were when he saw the ribbon that he was not allowed to play with. And, oh, yeah, Mr. Apple's a good boy. All my kitties are good. I love cats. I love animals in general, but cats, yeah. Cats and I understand each other. Oh, I never did. I don't know if I ever told you. You know when Delilah tipped over the Christmas tree, the Yuletide tree in Changeling? That's based on an actual incident from one of my kitties. Clear, my lovely, lovely old black kitty who I lost at 21 years in 2014. We were living in a place that had these ceilings that were 7.5 feet high. Or no, the ceilings were like 12 feet high. These windows started at about 7.5 feet up, and it was a vaulted ceiling. And they had wide enough windowsills that, using various bookshelves and stuff, the cats could get up there and walk on them, which was kind of nerve-wracking, but, you know, cats do that. So one day we had the Yule tree underneath one of the windows. And Claire got up there, and she was walking across the windowsill, and I was standing there just watching her, and I was thinking about something. I don't remember what. The next thing I know, she slips off. Applefoot! Hey! She slips off, and she goes skiing down the Yule tree, taking at least a third of the ornaments with her. And I'm standing there just watching this, petrified out of my mind that she's going to be hurt. And meanwhile, all around, ornaments are crashing to the floor. And I'm just like watching in horrified fascination almost. It's like I couldn't look away. Train wreck time. Well, Claire turned out fine. She was okay. Thank you, Mr. Apple. She was okay, but the Yule tree wasn't. At the time, we had a silver and blue and white theme for ornaments. Well, I've been wanting to switch over to red and gold for a while, just for a difference. Plus, the ornaments were getting old. So basically, I went out, I bought new ornaments, and I rearranged everything so it was evenly spaced out. And I stood back and realized we had a red, white, and blue tree. Yeah, 4th of July in the middle of December. And you know, that's a fine theme. It works really well for 4th of July, but not on my Yule tree. So that was the year that I ended up starting gathering all the ornaments for the tree that you see in the pictures that I put up on my site and Instagram, the Victorian tree. And it took a long time. I've spent about 12 years gathering all those ornaments, but Mirclair was the inspiration for the Yule tree scene in Changeling. And she's also the reason behind why I now have a beautiful Victorian tree. And then I've got my blue themed tree and the Northern Traditions one, the little one. Anyway, so I thought you might like to hear that little story. Um, More next time, and I hope you have a lovely week. And, well, pop over to my site for the sale before it ends. And I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.